Hello, 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 BSR Nation. Welcome back to Everland, home of the Ponderosa. The title of this video today is What's Going Up Down There? And when I say down there, I mean down there. Down there in the stream. So, I promised I would make a video about this. I was on Instagram last night and I told the whole story. And I'll tell it to you. I tried to tell it the last time I made a live, but it was very choppy. So first things first, let's just get right to it. What is going up down there? You see? Right there. That is a cave. That is a large cave, large enough for a human being or something. I don't know what is making it or what has made that. All I know two things. The people that live across the forest, you can't see them from here, but they're building something. They cleared a lot of their land. And I think whatever it is that has decided to take up home right there came from way back there after the ground and the trees had been knocked down and they started doing a lot of grading. All right, so something has decided to make the stream down here their home. And I don't mind. I just need to continue to be careful, like I always am. All I know is I do not believe that it's a beaver, because the beavers normally build their dams. They take these trees down and normally they pile them up like such as that. There used to be a beaver dam straight across there. And then there was another one around the bend, around there. And the river otters, I think they make dams too, but like if they had a den or something, they normally have slides, like they build a way to slide down into the river. But this is a bona fide den. Okay? So I've got to be real careful. Let me get a better view. See, there it is. That's a better view. See, that's the main one up top, and that's another entrance down below. And it's high enough to where the water from the stream it doesn't really make it up to the entrance of that cave. And the cave, as you can see, is big enough for, like I said, it's big enough for a human being to be inside. And I believe whatever it is that has made that is definitely a nocturnal animal. Because I've been watching this. I've noticed it 3 days ago, and I've been keeping an eye on it, and it's getting bigger, but I never see anything going in or out during the daylight hours, and I'm too scared to be out here at night, and I will tell you why. I'm not going to sit out here and watch it. I'll get a trail camera and put it up somewhere, but I do not venture past that pinwheel. I put the pinwheel there so I'll know where not to go. That's as far as I'll go. And so about a month and a half ago, I was sitting out here because I don't mind. I love being out at night. I felt safe, so I was sitting right there in that chair, minding my own business. And my dog was on the deck, and I had my little friend underneath my chair. Suddenly, all of the frogs stopped doing their chirping sound, and when that happens, I always know that's because there's something amiss. Something else has entered the environment. And so it went silent for at least, I would say, 30 seconds. Then they started up again. So I felt okay. And I stayed out. I would say 1 minute later, no more than 1 minute later, as I sat right there, I heard something take a deep breath, and then it made a very guttural growl. And I thought, did I hear what I thought I heard? And I said to myself, maybe, is that Ginger? I looked on the deck. Ginger was down low. How low can you go? She was down low, and she's an Akita, and she's not afraid of anything, I thought. Normally, if there's something amiss, she'll let me know, especially if it's a human being that's not supposed to be here. And definitely squirrels, and I'll get to that later. She was laying down flat, very low, saying nothing, not a word. And then I said to myself, okay, it's not Ginger. It's not me. It definitely came from that direction, like on the other side of that Japanese maple, which is my orchard. So it either came under the Japanese maple, or it was on the other side in the orchard. At that point, I knew I had to get up out of here. So I got up, not really fast, but evenly. I just stood up. And then I started taking large strides backwards. And I went backwards all the way to the deck, because I don't like to have my back facing anything that I think is a danger to me. I always have to have my head on a swivel, and I have to see everything, especially if I heard a growl. So I backed up all the way to the deck, went up the steps backwards. There were only like 3-4 steps, but still, I did it backwards. Opened the gate, got up on there, closed it up, got my dog, and went right into the house. Closed the door and locked it, and then I went and told Thomas. He was alarmed. He came and peered out, and he didn't see anything, and I just didn't know what to think of that. And I haven't been hanging out here past I would say nightfall. I don't let nightfall catch me out here. And it's a shame, because I love it out here. I have my herbs. I have my citrus. Some of it, I moved the rest of that citrus over there to the orchard, because I think it likes it there, and it's doing much better. I digress. But so that was a month and a half ago when that happened to me. And then, like I said, my neighbors, they're grading, they cleared a lot of trees. You can't see it now. We have a very private environment down here. So anyway, I would say 3 or 4 days ago is when I noticed that cave. And and the thing about it is, you could see the cave. You don't even have to go to the stream, because that's it right there. You can see the cave just by standing up here. The other thing I've noticed is normally Ginger Spice, she's usually entertaining herself by barking at every squirrel in the trees. And we normally have plenty. But I've noticed recently that now we don't have any when we used to have plenty. There are no squirrels except for one, and that particular squirrel, he does something very strange. He ventures he ventures out from over there, and then he cautiously goes to my front porch around the front of the house, and he sits there and he eats. Like, he'll bring something to eat, but he doesn't sit out here and eat. He takes it to my front door and eats, and that's weird. And then the deer are acting strange too. So the deer, I usually am able to watch them. They come trotting up and they eat from out there, eat the leaves. They don't too much, well, they can't eat. They would eat in the orchard, but I have it's sort of roped off. They could jump over it if they want to, but they haven't done that as yet, and I'm glad, because they could eat everything up here, but I just deter them. See, deterring them from doing that. But lately, just like the squirrel, they're doing some strange things. So they come all the way up to my front door as well. I had gladiolas at the front, but they ate every single one of them. They basically only hang out at the front near my door, and they eat things up there. And then also, Thomas saw the other morning, he saw a whole herd of deer down the street around the corner, just chilling on someone's lawn. Some of them were laying down with their arms tucked, others were walking around, some were eating. There's a whole herd. And then I saw an entire herd come from across the street right over there, and then they crossed into my neighbor's yard and went somewhere, but it was in the middle of the day, and they typically do not come out until evening. So some strange things happening down here at Everland. But my biggest concern, Lord, okay, my biggest concern is that cave. And I'm going to show you something else too that I've just noticed. Okay, you see that? So this tells me, and I'm not trying to be paranoid or funny or anything, but this tells me that something pretty sizable has been coming up this way from down there, because that didn't used to be like that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. That's the pot. Okay, there. You see it? You see how that's an opening? Something's coming up from down there. I just want to know what it is. So let me know what you think. We do have coyotes, but I haven't seen any lately. Let me know if you think they're coyotes or foxes. And also, I don't think they're foxes, because normally when the foxes come, we hear them. That's number one. You know, when people say screaming like a vixen, well, foxes do scream, believe it or not. They scream out if they want you to leave their environment. And when they come up through here, they definitely scream. So I haven't heard any foxes screaming. And they normally leave fox footprints right down there. I don't see any. let me know. Please let me know what you think about all this. And I'll keep an eye on it. I don't even feel comfortable being this close to the stream. See? It's right there behind that branch. It's on the other side of the stream, but still, because things cross over this tree all the time, and then there must be a way down around there that things cross over the stream and get over here, because they do tend to go to and fro. But keep an eye. I'll keep a watchful eye out, and when I find out what this is, I will definitely let you know. And let me know your thoughts. Drop them down in the comments, please. Okay. Go back up to safety. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. And as always, stay prayed up and stay sprayed up.